Hey you guys, it's Jessica. My username is JessiCakes. I am about 10 days post-op lap band to sleeve conversion surgery. And this past week I have been doing little videos of my meals and stuff. I eat 3 meals a day. I'm on the liquid stage of the diet, so I eat 3 times a day, and then in between I do either protein shakes or water, but I actually kind of use the protein shakes as a meal most of the time. So anyway, I was going to do like a traditional what I ate in a day video, but since I'm eating so little or drinking so little, what I thought I would do is just kind of compile all of my meals together into one video, because at the moment, it's kind of a grab bag of things. There's not a whole lot to choose from. And, you know, breakfast isn't really breakfast. It's just kind of whatever I feel like eating at whatever time of the day. So, and it's not even that like it's what I'm hungry for, because I haven't been hungry at all. Like I could literally go the whole day without eating if I wanted to. But it's more so what sounds appealing to me, because some things I just would rather just not even bother with, and then other things, some days I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good, I'll do that. So anyway, I'm just going to compile them all together, and basically I pick 3 of those things, and then that's my day. I've been averaging around 500 to 600 calories a day. My surgeon and nutrition aren't like super sticklers for super low fat, super non-dairy, all of that stuff right in the beginning. So I do eat cream soups, and like I drink reduced fat milk. So I can get my calories up to like 600, sometimes even 700 calories if I'm hungry. And I'm actually happy to be getting a little bit more calories every single day, just because I kind of want to work myself up, especially in my condition with the pregnancy and everything. So, and also, you know, some days I eat more than other days. There were a few days where I just wanted to eat chicken broth and a protein shake, and then other days where I felt like eating a little bit more. So the volume of what I'm eating is about anywhere from a half a cup to a cup of liquid soup or whatever, depending on how thick it is. And I haven't had any problems, and so far I've been doing pretty well. So anyway, I will try to get that together, and I will talk to you guys. Okay, you guys, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm not really hungry, but all I ate today was my undereat chicken soup, and I feel like I probably should eat something. So I made this soup. It is asparagus and spinach soup. I sauteed a leek and some garlic in a pan with about a tablespoon of coconut oil, and then I put 2 bunches of asparagus in with and then I covered it with bone broth and water. I made it more thin than I would normally, so I added some more water to it. And then I boiled it for about, I don't know, 12 minutes or so. I added a whole bag of baby spinach into it, and then kind of let the spinach wilt. I like adding it in at the end so it's not like cooked out all the way. And then I used a hand blender, an immersion blender, and blended it up so it's really thin and there are no chunks in it. So I heated this up in the microwave. I'm adding a 1/2 scoop of unflavored whey isopure. So I'll put that in there. Again, you can't add this to like super hot stuff or else it will get chunky and it will mess up the protein, I think. So I'm gonna make sure that's really well mixed in. Okay. And then from there, I measured out, this is like 1/4 of a cup, but it's a little less than 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just gonna put that in there. And I'll eventually like mix it around. Because I'm fancy, I add just a few drops of black truffle oil right on the top of it. You have to be really careful because you only need like a few drops like that. That's like not even 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then you can either kind of like have a little yogurt and have a little soup at the same time, or you can like mix it all in together. And it tastes really good. It is 9 o'clock at night and I am just getting ready for dinner. I really have not had much of an appetite today, but I am kind of starting to get hungry right now. I didn't finish my lunch, but now I feel like I can eat again. So I had my mom make split pea soup. I had her make it like how she normally does. It's pretty low fat to begin with. All it is like a carrot, split peas, an onion, water, and then she uses a ham hock in it. And so this is what she makes. She makes it very thick, big chunks of ham in it. And I told her just to make it how she normally does so that she and my dad can enjoy it and I could give some to my husband. And what I do is I put 1/2 cup of the soup, this very thick pea soup, into a bowl and with 1/4 cup of water. And like you can tell now it's much thinner than it was. And I did include some of the ham in it just because that has the protein in it. And then what I'm going to do is add collagen peptides. This is 40 calories. It has 10 grams of protein in it. Some nutritionists say that the protein doesn't really count as protein, but you can use it more as a supplement. And this has actually really helped me with my hair while I was doing keto and postpartum. So postpartum, I lost a lot of my hair kind of around 8 months. And then as soon as I started taking this, my hair started growing back. So I love it. It actually has made my lips get more voluptuous. And I just really like it. You can't taste this at all, really. And it's unflavored. And it's really good for your hair, skin, and nails. So hopefully this will prevent any hair loss from the surgery. And you don't have to worry about putting this in hot liquid either, like you do with the whey. You can put this in very hot liquid and it does not affect the molecular structure of it or get clumpy or anything. Okay, so I have my hand blender, so I am just going to blend this up as much as I can. So now it's all blended through. You can kind of see little tiny pieces, but it's pretty much blended. And I'm going to use this little baby spoon. This is what Helena used when she was little to eat, and it helps me kind of pace myself. And I'm actually going to blend this a little bit more just to be safe. Okay, so this one might seem a little weird to you guys, but I have been craving eggs, and I love eggs. I always do. So what I did was I poached an egg, and then I just put the egg yolk in this little cup. It probably is about 1.5 tablespoons of egg yolk, maybe less, like a tablespoon of egg yolk. And I am just gonna eat that alongside my soup. Egg yolks have a lot of vitamins in them, so I don't think it's that bad for me. It's kind of weird just eating the egg yolk, but when Helena was really little and she just started eating food, we kind of did some self-led weaning, and we did it more European style introduction to food. So I introduced her to avocado and eggs and meat before I introduced her to any grain or fruit or anything like that. So when she was little, I used to feed her egg yolks when she was about 6 months old. So, and she loved them. So I think I will enjoy this very much. It is 11:45 in the morning and it's my first meal. So I put 8 raspberries. I'm going to microwave these so they're easier to mush up, and I'm going to make them into a liquid. And then about 1/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt. This is non-fat, but I would normally use a low-fat, and then just a little bit of stevia. This is the final product, and it's a lot more liquidy than just the yogurt because the raspberries became very liquidy. And then I'm going to add my collagen peptides to this as well. So it's like 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything since the yogurt this morning, and I've been a little bit nauseous and just not wanting to eat, and I've been craving eggs. So again, this is a little weird and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So we will see if this works out. I have no idea, but I poached 2 eggs for 3 minutes, and then I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper and coconut oil spray in there, and then blend it and see if it becomes liquidy enough for me to eat, or if it's just going to be super gross. So I will let you guys know. Okay, so desperate times called for desperate measures, apparently, and when Mama wants eggs, Mama is gonna find a way to make eggs. So I blended it up, and there's like no chunks. It's kind of the consistency of like really thick yogurt, and it doesn't taste too bad, so I am going to eat it. I don't feel like eating anything else, and this is the only thing that I can kind of wrap my head around right now, even though it's really weird. So, life of a pregnant person who just had VSG surgery. It is 9:30 at night, and I really haven't eaten very much today. at all. So I went downstairs to get myself a cup of tea because that actually sounded good to me, and some water, but I figured I would grab one of these. It's still kind of early before I go to sleep, so I thought I would just sip on this while I catch up on YouTube videos. It is about 7 o'clock and I am going to make dinner. This I got from the local supermarket at the soup bar. It's like a potato leek soup. I'm going to put it in my Ninja blender and add my unflavored whey protein. So it's 7:30 at night and I'm doing my dinner right now. I am making this like a full smoothie of like what I used to be able to drink, and then I'll just measure out like a cup of it and try to drink it for myself, and then my husband will have the rest. But I used to make this smoothie all the time, and it's really yummy, and it doesn't really taste like, you know, the same as like an artificial protein shake, so I like that. But I just measured 1 cup of reduced fat Fairlife milk, and then I'm going to put 1 scoop of unflavored Isopure in here, and a big handful or 2 of spinach. And with this smoothie, you can't really taste a lot of the spinach, so you can really like get a lot of spinach in there. It is good for fiber and all the vitamins and stuff. So I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. So I don't know, that's like 2 cups of spinach. And then 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. You could do PB2 or whatever it is that you like. Hold please. You can do 1 or 2 tablespoons, but I'm doing 1. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I buy like the organic natural. Helena. Cheese. And then just like a handful of ice cubes. You don't want too many, especially since I'm trying to make it really smooth. And we're just going to blend that. So that's what it looks like, and it's pretty thin. It'll be easy for me to drink, and it has a lot of protein in it. Okay, so I poured it all out, and then I totally forgot that I usually put a half a banana in it, but I'm putting a full banana because I'm sharing it with my husband. And yeah, so I'm going to blend it up again, and then it'll all be done. This is going to make 1/3 of a serving of cream of wheat. I put a little over 1/4 of a cup of milk and 1 tablespoon of cream of wheat. Microwave it for a minute, stir it up, microwave it for another minute, and then I just put a little bit of salt, just a tiny bit of salt, and some cinnamon and stevia in it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got some ideas. I know when you're doing the liquid diet, you get a little crazy eating the same thing over and over and over. Full liquids is way better than clear liquids, so it's not that bad. And after the surgery, you're just really not really hungry. So, yeah, it hasn't been bad, but I'm really excited to get to the pureed stage in 4 days. So, anyway, have a good night, you guys, and I will check in with you guys later.